You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and subbing me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Rejection Path. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention y'all that we've got our Patreon up now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get awesome rewards like full access to our community Discord server and upcoming not safe for work videos. Those are going to be exclusive to our patrons and Discord users, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alarm chain, you were up. Let's break some hearts. Alright. Bulgarian buttons his cuff and rolls up the sleeve dramatically. He reveals his thick bicep and flexes proudly, showing off an art gallery's worth of military tattoo from days of yore. There you are, lad. Years of strong work, not that simple labor in the fields, but proper workouts. Keep up with your fitness and you'll stave off any hangover, and have a nary a bad dream again. Just dreams of the beautiful women your body is sure to enchant. Whiskey sure sounds like the easier approach, but I'll consider it. Do. Do. You'll be a new man in no time flat. Time to enjoy a good beer. Ooh, excuse me. Bulgaria brings me a second pint without me having to ask. A true friend indeed. As he goes back to wiping down tables, to my surprise, the lights dim. Had the old man forgotten to prime the gasoliers? No, sure enough, I spot that all too familiar red dress once again, beginning to wonder if she ever leaves. Victrola crackles to life and Jessie takes it to the stage to sing. The rest of the pub is empty. I realize it's a private serenade. She sways with the rhythm. It's a song about running away, finding fame and fortune, but it ends in sadness and heartbreak. Not one I'd want to hear again, even sung so beautifully. I key in on Jessie's face, so somber, stoic, so absolutely gorgeous. She's a peach of a girl, sweet and sexy, one in a million. I wonder if I would ever stand a chance getting closer to someone like her. Catching her eye, I smile and wave. She nods back, one hand on her hip, closing out the song with a long, unwavering soprano note. Alright. When she finishes, she makes her way to the bar, to me. Her dress is so low-cut I have to remind myself to keep eye contact. It doesn't seem appropriate for daylight hours, or even this county, but certainly the right fit for solid tips. Malcolm, how are you? Doing very well. Even better, in fact, after hearing such a lovely singer. You flatter well, sir. Thank you. I assure you I'm trying my best. Jessie signals the man in charge. Bulgaria, Malcolm will have a scotch on the rocks, and I'll have a sidecar, add it to his tab. Then she lowers her voice. Between you and me, it's actually straight cognac. And Bulgaria never has any lemons. You're ready for an adventurous evening, aren't you? Always, aren't you? Well, I can only try. Then try your best. That seems to be working. Jessie slides up against the bar, leaning in close, then daintily hops onto the stool next to me. Her elbows rest on the bar top as she takes an evenly paced swig of the cocktail. Let me read this. When the enemy charged with all their might, the bonny Scots stood firm and tight. But the barmaid charged and the lads turned tail, for she charged him sexpence for fourpenny ale. Ha ha! I like that. That's great. She locks her eyes on mine and downs much, much more in the second sip. I keep up with my pint. We knock our glasses back onto the counter at the same time, laughing. You're a fine one, Mr. Campbell. As are you, Miss MacLeod. New music reaches my ears, but this time it's emanating from ivory keys, not a crackling record. Looking over Jessie's shoulder, I see Bulgaria sitting at the piano. For someone who just boasted about his cobber-tossing prowess, he runs his fingers surprisingly lightly over the keys. The notes are fast and merry. I recognize the song. It's not jazz, but it's not stodgy either. A lively little ditty popular when we were kids. Apparently Jessie recognizes it too. She looks at me wistfully. Oh, this reminds me of when Father took us to the pier at Nairn. I haven't heard it in ages. Like, I don't suppose you'd want to dance with me, would you, Mr. Campbell? Dance? Was Bulgaria complicit in this? You don't picture me a dancer, do you? Oh, not in the least. I do, however, believe I could educate you in the ways of properly leading a woman on the dance floor. Or, better yet, have a woman lead you. Sure, why not? Is this... Yeah, this is the time. Okay. Alright. In that case, I would love to dance with you, Miss McLeod. Standing, it takes a moment to gain my balance. The beers have set in and I make my legs a bit wobbly. Jessie takes my hand in hers and guides me to the dance floor. Second, y'all. It is water time. Oh, that's some good bubbly. But rather an open space in the corner of the pub. Just two kids having fun. Or a wolf has found her man. Bulgaria looks over his shoulder and smiles, encouraging us to cut the rug. He kicks into full swing, tickling the ivories, and Jessie and I step in unison to the melody. I'm impressed with my own ability to lead her, a woman who obviously has done this many times over. After a few twirls around the small space, though, Jessie takes over, leading me in and between the tables and chairs up and down the room. Her stomps echo through the pub. With her hand in mine, Jessie tugs playfully, spinning me once, allowing me to do the same with her. The confidence is building. I even pull Jessie in close, clasping her back before dipping her, as Bulgaria punctuates the final notes of the song. Jessie laughs and we both applaud Bulgaria. One more, barkeep. Another round, if you would, dear sir. We stand on the floor, perspiring and energized, awaiting the next tune. Bulgaria obliges, this time with an old ballad. Keeping one hand in hers, I move another to her lower back and pull her closer, our hips grazing each other's just barely. Our bodies keep a liquid momentum as the music plays. Jessie's eyes are full and lustrous. A lock of her bob has fallen out of place. So many fingers instinctively reach out to tuck it back into place behind her ear. This dance. I never felt this way before. I need this moment to last. Oh. To my dismay, the song ends abruptly. I look up and Bulgaria has abandoned his post as a musician and is hurrying back to the bar to serve two people who have just entered the pub. Oh, I should, Jessie turns her head to the door and drops my hand. I'll be right back. She follows Bulgaria's lead this time, tending to another person who has come in for a meal. Must be nearing supper time. I take a spot back at a table and reflect on the feel of Jessie's hand in mine. A touch that lingers on my palm. I both have matured in just a few short years. Watching her charm the pub-goers now makes my head flood with memories of the good-natured girl who used to run through the valley as we chased each other and played around the cows. Jessie always ran as fast as lightning. Was never able to catch her, or even keep up. Frankly, I'm still not sure I can keep up. But I sense that friendly exuberance from childhood is still there, burning bright as ever. It warms my heart. As the evening goes on, more people filter into the pub. My pint glass is continuously filled. Don't want to let a young man go thirsty, eh? Poor Bulgaria, the ladies at the church say. Always nagging me to find a woman. Poor Bulgaria, I ask him. Poor Bulgaria, another whiskey, I tell him. Who needs a woman when you've got a pub? He makes rounds with his patrons and keeps the place laughing with his one-liners and puns. Jessie steps away from the men she's serving to whisper in my ear. I think he's had a few too many of his own brew, eh, soldier? Lead a man to water and you can't make him drink. Lead him to whiskey, on the other hand. That's a fact, lad. Why drink the water when everything else tastes so much better? Bulgaria swaggers off, smiling, as the hall erupts into more laughter. I imagine Gran getting a kick out of this, and I hope there's a way I can get her to come join me for a bevy some evening. Jessie shakes her head knowingly, and makes her way back to the other customers. Dusk must be becoming darkness, but I dare not leave this cozy haunt to see for myself. Second, y'all. Water time. The Saturday night crowd has really filled in now. Jessie shares another few drinks with me, in between working the patrons and the stage. I lose myself among the merry mob. My mind is fuzzy, my thirst quenched. Where have all the people gone? Why is my glass not refilled? Jessie is standing before me, and it takes an effort to pull myself to attention. Look alive, Malcolm. Even if my sisters aren't worried about me staying out late, I'd be needing a place to rest my weary voice and legs. Pardon? I said I need to be getting home. It's closing time. Offer to escort her again. I offer to accompany her once again, and I'm both relieved and excited when she agrees. Ah, my chaperone, Campbell. I know him to be trustworthy, valiant, and stout-hearted. More like stout-brained. Jessie, allow me... Hiccup stops me mid-sentence. Allow me the privilege of removing you from this place of the devil's work and dastardly souls. Dastardly? Miss Jessie, I beg of you to escape the clutches of this maniac before he convinces you that I'm nigh to be trusted. Fear not, sweet Bulgare. He's only heard that you've denied him another drink. He'll return in better spirits tomorrow. Jessie hands me her coat, and I hold it out for her to slip into. No, Mr. Campbell, that is for you to carry. I'm much too warm for that this evening. Come, hie thee to the homestead. She's much tipsier than I had noticed earlier. Hopefully the fresh air will bring her head down from the clouds, and mine too while it's at it. Tonight we each lead our rides. So that we can stroll side by side. The night air is chill, but the two of us still seem heated from the drink and conversation, and perhaps each other's attention. But I don't want to get carried away. It might feel like attraction to me, and me only. I keep glancing at her, though hoping to see her eyes look into mine again. When did you realize you could sing? I don't really know. I've just always been doing it. My sisters are excellent singers too. You'd never know, though. They're too buttoned up and shy. You certainly didn't inherit their coyness. Ha! Not at all. Life is too short to hide behind fear or shame. Nothing stands in my way. Nothing? Well, just money and... Yes? For a long while I've felt obligated to stay behind. For Marion and Grace. You don't think they can take care of themselves? Of course they can. But Marion would worry endlessly about me. You'd let that stop you. It won't. I just haven't met the right day to skip town. The stars haven't aligned yet. It may take a while, but oh, that day. It'll truly be the best day of my life. For all its openness, Auchne Craig is a cage. I'm ready to escape, to run wild in the city. To catch prey? The alcohol has emboldened me. She bites her lip. Malcolm, you're full of spirit tonight. Yes, and full of spirits, too. I dare say I'll regret it in the morning. Let's hope this night never ends. Breath catches in my chest, as I realize I've become lost in the same sentiment. It's as if she's cast a spell on me. Am I kidding? She must get men fawning over her all the time. Even if I'm a familiar face, I'm still just another face in the crowd. The realization sobers my mind. Best change the subject. So you're a bicyclist now? Oh, I am, Malcolm. I am. Oh, Malcolm, you should have seen me learning to ride this thing. Her eyes stay unblinking, as wide and bright as the moon. It's like, water time. Oh, so good. So good. I got this feeling. Okay. Despite falling down 1,000,000 times, I've dusted off my skirt and got myself back up 1,000,001 times. You're tenacious. Always. I get what I want. I play fair, but I'm a force to be reckoned with. Unstoppable. Unbeatable. Jessie stops in her tracks. She sets the bicycle down and points up to a hill crest. Race you to the top? What? What? Now? There's no way I could beat you. You've said so yourself. I'll give you a lead. If you win... She pauses and looks me in the eye. The moonlight behind her gives her hair an iridescent shine that mesmerizes me briefly. I believe if she told me to jump in the loch right then and there, I wouldn't bat a single eyelash. If I win, I drop Hazel's reins and hope for the best. You get a kiss. Ha! I tear off up the hill, and it's only a second before Jessie laughs and comes following. It's not much of a lead. Want me to slow down? Never. I rush up the hill, my legs on fire from the speed. Jessie catches up immediately and passes me, her hair blowing wildly in the breeze she's creating. She reaches the crest easily ahead of me, but stops and waves me past her before I can slow down. Heh. Ah, these two are so cute together. Congratulations, Mr. Campbell. Jessie starts applauding. She's barely even panting. And there I stand, completely out of breath. You let me win. Does that mean you don't want to collect your prize? I stand in front of her, catching my breath, my heart pounding for two very distinct reasons. I barely have time to consider a response before she grabs my collar and pulls me against her. Aww. She plants a hearty kiss right on my mouth. We both let it linger a bit longer than I believe either of us had anticipated. Despite already being out of breath, she manages to knock more of the wind out of me. Her lips taste of honeyed whiskey, and I long to taste the flavor all night. She pulls away. Ugh. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and take a look at that Patreon, y'all. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.